Curators are professional storytellers, people who, through the careful selection of objects, images and research about people, places, dates and events, tell us about our past. The good news is that you are already most likely a curator without having known it. If you use social media, the story you tell about yourself, the photos, opinions and events you choose to share, shape people's view of you. You are the curators of your own stories. The same is true for curators in history. An exhibition is therefore your opportunity to shape people's understanding of history, focusing on the events, people and facts that you think, as historians, are the most important they know, understand and take away. A good place to start is with a list. List all the key people, dates, events and places you need to mention to tell your story. Next, think about how you are going to order these parts. You can either approach your story in date order, a chronological exhibition, or by looking at different perspectives on your story, what is called a thematic approach. For example, you could explore the 15th century by listing key events, or by looking at particular themes, such as memory and myth, women and war, weapons and technology, or English-French relations. Some aspects of history are more contested than others. Was Germany solely responsible for the outbreak of the First World War? If your exhibition is dealing with contested history, you can use your exhibition to explain and explore different sides of an argument. Remember though that you don't have to sit on the fence. You can use your exhibition to argue a particular point of view. To help you find out whether your story is contested history, read different historians' accounts. Doing this research and quoting historians will make for a richer exhibition. It may also help you discover original sources that you can quote to make your exhibition even more impressive. An account from an eyewitness or a quote from an original document will give your visitors a window onto a particular moment in time. Also remember that you are not limited to words to tell your story. Exhibitions give you the opportunity to be creative. Think about what images you can use or create to tell your story. And remember that when it comes to talking about historical figures, it helps visitors to relate to these characters if they can see what they look like. Do you have the space to show artifacts or models that help tell your story? In Egham Museum's Magna Carta pop-up exhibition, we told part of the Magna Carta story through an oversized comic book and used Lego to recreate the scene of the charter being sealed by King John. What creative ways can you think of to tell your story? When it comes to telling your story, the key things to remember are: identify the key people, events, places and dates you need to include. Decide which way you are going to tell your story, whether chronologically or thematically. And finally, try to be as creative as possible in how you tell your story.